In Lagos, Team Sanwo-Olu and Team Tinubu played a 4-4 draw on Sunday at the Campos Stadium, with a capacity crowd cheering the two sides. The two teams will pick points from the outcome of their match every Sunday. TVC sports correspondent Miyen Akiri reports that the team with the highest number of points in March 2023 will emerge winner of the Lagos Island Sports Movement Cup.
This is the Campos mini stadium on the island in Lagos. Every Sunday, fans converge on the arena to watch two teams play. Team Asiwaju, otherwise known as Team Bat 2023, against Team Sanwo-Olu 2023. Even when it rains, the fans are never discouraged about the heavy downpour. The convener of Lagos Island Sports Movement say it is an avenue to sensitize the youth on the island ahead of the 2023 general election.
What we are trying to do here is to see how we bring youth together every weekend to show their support and solidarity for our leader Asiwaju Tinubu and Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. As you can see here, every Sunday they come in thousands. We have at least nothing less than 10,000 people. It's not Premiership club, but they still come out en masse every Sunday. That goes to show you that they are really involved and they are really ready. They are giving their support to our leaders.
The players and the coaches say teamwork is important ahead of the 2023 election.
As a team, you need to have a teamwork, and we are taking violence away from the streets, which is very important ahead of the election, and we hope to do more. And we hope this has brought a lot of people from east, west, south, and north in Lagos together, and it has fostered cooperation, relationship, love, friendliness, and you can see it's like a carnival here.
People are like, they want to know what is happening, and at the end of the day, it has been moving and everything is going fine. Like me, I'm a yellow fan, I'm Team Sanwo-Olu, and we are leading, and that's the game, up yellow for life.
With thousands of fans trooping to the stadium every Sunday to watch Team Tinubu and Team Sanwo-Olu play, the convener says the Lagos Island Sports Movement final will be played on the weekend after the 2023 gubernatorial election. Miyen Akiri, TVC News, Lagos.
And 24 years after winning the chess Olympiad, Nigerian international master Odion Aikoje has finally received his gold medal. President of the World Chess Federation, Akiri came to Nigeria specifically to present the medal to Aikoje at the African Individual Chess Championship. Aikoje had won Nigeria's only gold medal at his first Chess Olympiad in 1998 in Russia, but hasn't been able to get the medal because the Nigerian contingent left the tournament early. Tyson Fury's promoter Frank Warren says the long-awaited bout with British-Nigerian Anthony Joshua is now 90% done. Fury has made a series of U-turns in the last few months, starting with his decision to retire following a 6th-round stoppage of Dillian Whyte in April. And years' reluctance to fight until 2023 due to family concerns led Fury to offer Joshua the chance to face off for the WBC heavyweight belt. Warren says there's still work to be done in the bout, which is currently projected to take place on 3rd December 2022.
Right, from me, the contracts have been sent and we're awaiting for them to come back. And obviously it took us a bit of a while to get the contracts over because of what's been going on, dreadful thing with the Queen's passing away, and out of respect we kept things well, it took much longer than we would have obviously have liked to do under normal circumstances, but they got it now, and I'm quite sure in the next few days they'll come back to us and hopefully we get it over the line.
And now to our Sunday's special package for you. For over 25 years, a settlement of people have lived in the mountains situated near the border to Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory without access to roads, a primary healthcare facility and potable water. Pregnant women at the point of delivery often lose their lives before descending from the mountain to seek access to healthcare. Now, how did they get there and what do they want government to do for them? Niger State Correspondent Bamaye takes a look at their situation.
Little Sudes loves to play football, but the settlement he now lives with his father and sister is not suitable for that because they live on a mountain. But he persists. He throws his ball and chases after it. He tumbles and falls. Now he is injured. Sudes, who is just 3 years old, is not just suffering the pain of this injury, but he is also living with the pain of being without a mother. His mother died last year at the point of birth because there is no primary healthcare facility on this mountain. She died while the neighbors were trying to bring her down the mountain to a clinic. This is Angwansama, meaning the hilltop neighborhood in Hausa. It is located in Madala, the border town between Niger State and Abuja, Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory. It also sits close to the Zuma Rock, the monumental rock on the 100 Naira note. There are about 100,000 people living on this mountain, with no access road, potable water supply and healthcare. The inhabitants of this mountain have been living here for over 20 years. They said they are settlers from the Federal Capital Territory who were forced to give up their houses during the construction of Nigeria's capital city. Climbing up and down this hill is literally a chore on its own. For the young and the old, the effect is the same. There are many hazards that come with living in this place. One is the difficulty of getting potable water. The closest source of water is this mosque in an animal market along the federal highway that leads to Abuja. The children that come down here to get water are constantly in danger of overspeeding drivers or cars whose brakes may fail. They pay 20 Naira for a bucket of water and begin the uphill task of climbing up the mountain with their buckets of water. Sometimes they make this trip 10 times a day till they get sufficient water for their household. Their mothers are not happy with this. They say some of them have developed persistent backaches and neck pain. There are also challenges of maintaining relationships, as it is hard for friends and relations to visit because of the inaccessibility of roads.
Our challenges are much, but the worst of them is road and water. Whenever someone is sick, getting drugs is usually a difficult task, so also is getting water. Our children are developing backaches and neck pain carrying water.
They manage here now. Easy by post because of lack of money. If there is money, we can't live here. We can't live here. We must go down. Because of no money, that is why we will manage here. We will manage without water, without light, nothing, no roads.
There is no primary healthcare facility here, not even a drugstore. This has a likelihood of increasing child and maternal mortality. We asked the Niger State Commissioner for Health if there were plans by the ministry to set up a primary healthcare facility for the people who lived here. He didn't seem to consider it necessary.
So they will come down now. How they climb up, they should climb down. So I can't put facility there.
If we fetch water like 2-3 times, we'll not be able to go down or come up again to go and get water again. Or the errand, because we do not have many places to get something around here. So we have to still go down and come before we get something to buy here. But it's hard, but we have no choice to take it like that.
Also, when a woman is in labor, before you get someone to take her down the mountain to the hospital, some lose their lives. We want help with drilling of borehole, and a primary health care facility should be provided where we can at least get emergency treatment.
People here are mostly small retail traders who sell fruits in the popular Zuba markets down the hill and return here after every day's trade. While moving around the neighborhood, I met this young man whose dream of being a professional footballer was put on hold after an accident on his way to see his agents. He was raised in this neighborhood, and now he tries to keep that dream alive by stretching his legs using crutches to walk around this neighborhood.
Is living in this place because this place is very high for me to be going down. Even if you look my hand, this is my hand here, because of these crutches. If I'm coming up with hard, I used to use strength to climb. So if I can find a place that will be down for me, so I can stay down, will be better. So I'll be practicing the leg. Because of this hill, that's why I still use the crutches, because I don't want to fall. But if it's level ground, can still be managing it gradually, before you know, you go back to the socket.
Part of the reason why people live in this place is the low cost of housing. Majority of the people that live here are petty traders. You could comfortably get a 2-bedroom apartment for 80,000 naira in this place, or a single room for 2,500 naira a month. But you most definitely should be ready to grapple with the challenge of water and inaccessibility to this place. In this entire neighborhood, there's no single medical care facility, not even a drugstore. So if there's any medical emergency, the people have to go down the hill to access help.
Primary education is greatly needed in this place, but there's only one primary school up on this mountain with no form of governmental support. Most of the children within the ages of 3 and 12 get their basic education here. The proprietor says she and her husband founded this school over 20 years ago with the sole purpose of providing education for the teeming population of children on this mountain.
We need the government to supply like textbooks, especially to the vulnerable children. These children that, you know, some of them, as you have seen them, without uniform, many of them don't have textbooks, no good road. We need to upgrade the school. You can see the buildings and the rest of them. And then, you know, to help, if there is a way to help these children, that is, give them free education. We have many of them that cannot pay school fees at all. Many of them that cannot pay school fees. If government can help us, as you can see, in this area, there are more of houses. So we need help from the government so that these children can, you know, go further in education.
For these people, except the government or donor agencies come to their aid, these will continue to be their reality. Child and infant mortality will go on unabated on this mountain.
It's an Herculean task climbing up to this neighborhood that sits on this mountain. Politicians will soon be here to canvass for the votes of these people because it is the election season. What is of utmost priority to them, they say, is water. That if borehole can be drilled in this place and pipes laid up to bring them water, it will cut short their hardship, and also good road accessibilities so that pregnant women will no longer lose their lives trying to go down the hill in search of medical facility. Chenemi Bameyi, TVC News, Madala, Niger State.
Our next story tonight is about the sudden disappearance of one Awoyemi Tubosun Lawrence. His family members say Mr. Lawrence's children are asking questions and they're tired of lying to them about his whereabouts. Senior correspondent Ivy Kano shares the story with us.
It's been 7 months since Tubosun Awoyemi left his family at Mowe in Ogun State. This was after he was called for a job in Ekiti State. His wife, children and brother, while visiting TVC News headquarters, say it's been 7 months of pain as all efforts to trace him has been impossible.
January 31st,
on the 31st of January, he left home for Oye Ekiti with Isaac, his friend, to work. On the 17th of February, he called me that he was in Ibadan at about 7:55 in the evening, asking me to cook for him. I called his number and that of his friend, and it was switched off. I went to his house to ask the wife, but she was not around. But she called me later to ask what happened. Upon explanation, she later told me that she called both men's number, but no one picked up. Legacy, who used to give him jobs, called to ask for him and also added that he gave my number to Alhaji Agbalaya, who claimed to have waited to collect tools from my husband and his friend at Lotto, but did not see them.
I make an effort by going towards Ibadan to see if there is accidents along the line. None of it. I went to some mortuaries. None of it. I went to police stations. I make a query. I went to Abekuta, Elewero. I get to a Bara police prison just to know if maybe they packed them though. So along the line, I couldn't get access to him.
They wonder why the man who called him for the job is nonchalant about his disappearance, even after they found out that his call was the last on Tubosun's call log.
The wife gave me a number that this man will give them job. I called the man. Man, come. What is happening? The guy you give job to, they are on their way coming, and I heard you called them. And the wife told me that he said he's always at toll gate after Akiri. So you are the last person that called them last. So how come? They say you want to receive equipment from them where they used to work. So how come? How is it? He said he didn't wait for them. He was unable to wait for them due to lateness. He said, okay, what can we do now? We can't find them. I now came back to Ibafu police station. I make my statement. They tracked the information for me. I was being told from police that they trace them to Ibafu, Magada precisely. That's the last point where they switch off his phone. So, okay, Agbalaya, you give them job. Your workshop is along the Ibafu. And this guy, with information, they stop at Ibafu. Their phone is located at Ibafu. But due to the fact that the phone has been off, so we can't pick a point where the phone is. But the man he didn't make any effort to even see the family. I don't know if you have even paid him the work he did for you. Maybe you have paid for it. I don't know. If I even call him, Alhaji, what are you doing? What are you doing? What can you do to help? If he said, he don't know. He doesn't know them.
They are calling on Nigerians to reach out to the police or the family with any information that would help in unraveling the mystery behind Tubosun's disappearance.
And what I'm passing through, not even seeing him, is a serious pain on my body. Every time I think about him, I think of commit suicide on my own self. Emotionally, I'm done. I need him. If anybody come across him, they should help me. Bring him to me. And apart from that, the wife and the children, I'm the only person. I need assistance just for the kids.
I
want authorities to help me find my husband.
Tubosun Awoyemi is from Otun Ekiti Moba local government area in Ekiti State. Before his sudden disappearance, he was said to be into furniture making and interior decoration. Ivy Kano, TVC News, Lagos.